So, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. So, I've got a new series. I'm going to be doing every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm going to be talking about individual essential oils. Now, the reason I'm going to talk about this is because I have been a holistic therapist for the last 14, 15 years. And though I'm a hypnotherapist, I think knowing about essential oils and what recommendations you can do for blends to help clients is very useful. So, as I'm going to talk about the first essential oil, and I'm going to talk about it, about the history, I'm going to talk about many different things. But this is the first one I'm going to talk about. And this is for this week, I'm going to be talking about calming the mind. And the first one in this series is lavender, classic healer. So, lavender, where does it mainly grow? Well, it mainly grows in the Mediterranean region. But ironically, the best lavender is actually grown in the UK. And that's reason is because the French sent it there eons ago when they used to do negotiations. But still, the French lavender sells for the most due to the PR. If we ever think of the word lavender, we think of the French, which is quite interesting because that's not its original origins. But scientists do believe the UK and Bulgaria is known for the Rose Valley, produce the best quality. So it's known as the most versatile essential oil. So why is that? Well, lavender does a few things. It soothes stress, it eases sleep troubles, and it heals the skin. And it's been used historically since the Roman times. In Latin, it comes from the lavare, meaning to wash. So it was used in baths when the Roman soldiers would come back, but the Roman soldiers was commonly known, and this would to be to help heal their wounds and their cuts and so forth from battle, and it would also help with their nervous system. Today, it's still one of the best oils for calming down the nervous system. So, also in other traditions, according to TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, lavender oil is cooling and it's helpful to clear heat and resolve fever. So, lavender is very much well known around the world for having these things. So, where would I recommend lavender to use? Well, if you want to use it neat, because it's part of the TLC, and I'm going to explain what that meaning is. But you can try 3 drops in a diffuser before bed. You put that in a diffuser before bed, it will actually calm the room down and energetically will help you sleep better. So to help you relax, so with lavender, it heals the skin. It's been known since these Roman times as regenerative, making it useful for wound healing or for mouth ulcers. Ironically, most people don't think of mouth ulcers, but it's actually something very good. It actually reduces the ulcers down in the mouth, especially when you have issues with your teeth. So lavender can be applied neat, and this is part of the TLC essential oil ethos. So what's TLC? Tender loving care. It means that it actually can be used on babies neat. Tea tree, lavender, and chamomile are the only essential oils you should ever really use neat on a child because their skin is so incredibly sensitive. And this also works great as an antiseptic. So if you're not keen on tea tree or any of the pheromones, which is what we call is the carnivorous, which is like it's anything to do with conifers or pine, anything like that was very reactive. Lavender is very useful for that. With this, because lavender promotes restful sleep, it reduces stress and anxiety. So the other issue as well with this is also for headaches and migraines, very useful and very good for nerve pain. Lavender has reportedly been useful, and they've even done tests to prove the reduction in depression in mice and humans alike. So with lavender, also it has some other therapeutic uses. It's known for the treatment of colds, flu and bronchitis, and is beneficial for asthma sufferers. So if we're talking about what lavender is or how it looks, is I use Neal's Yard's lavender oil. I think this is the best lavender oil you can get. Now, if I remember correctly, most people say when they use lavender, they say here try blending lavender with clary sage, rose, or mandarin, and this is good for a lotion or a bath and shower gel. And this is get the 1% blend, but it's always known as relaxing. The other issue with this, it says do not use undiluted on the skin. Well, that's actually not true. They only do that for actual sewing purposes, but actually you can use lavender neat and for external use only and avoid contact. And it says keep out of reach of children. Again, you can use this on children neat. And also, it's the EU agriculture. That's where the country of origin. So it's actually theirs is made in France. But I know, for example, if you live in the UK, a great place to go to is Colston, which is just past Purley, which is near Croydon, and there's actually a lavender farm, and there's actually a lavender place where you can go once a year in August. I think it's coming up quite soon that you go there and they do a weekend there, like a Saturday, and you can go and visit, see the lavender farm, and see where they produce it. So Lavender, great for relaxation, sleep, soothing anxiety, classic healer, and would be probably the main in probably your first ever essential oil. If you can get a high quality one, it is useful for many purposes.